Hello and welcome to the VCR Podcast with me, Mike Trower. I'm here to help you on your video journey, giving you information, tips, advice and coaching to help push your video content to help grow your business. And today I'm going to be talking about when you're feeling crappy and how to overcome those crappy blips. Right, let's get into it. So, there are times of the year, or even the month, even the week, even times of the day when we feel really down and we're not bothered about anything. We can't be bothered to do anything. I call these days blueies, or these hours, or these troughs that we're in. I call these blueies. Around 2 p.m. every day, I will be in a bluey, and I'll be aware that I'm in a bluey or having a bluey, and also I'll know that it's just a blip and it won't last forever, but it will get to about 2 o'clock where I think, bearing in mind at 2:30 I've got to get ready to go to do the school run for 3, so it's about 2 o'clock and I'm like, oh God, I've got my whole desk out here. I've got so much stuff to do. I'm not on my target for today. I've still got to respond to that email. I've still got so much to do. And I kind of get into this little mindset of it's not worth it. I'm going to quit. I can't be bothered. It's not every day, but it happens. In that blip, my mindset is down. And I know that I don't want to. That's the worst time for me to even think about doing video content because I'm in such a negative mindset and I'm like, oh, this is I just got so much to do, I think I've explained that enough. In that blip, I will know that I am not in the right mindset to create video. My passion has gone, my ideas have run dry, and I just want to lie on my bed and do nothing and waste the next 45 minutes before I have to go and get the children from school, instead of being proactive and doing something proactive in those 45 minutes. But the thing is, I know that blip is coming, so I make sure that I do something different in that 45 minutes, like have a late lunch or do something else, do a bit of cleaning in the house because I'm working from home, doing something that I know needs doing, but it's not a proactive thing that needs doing, that needs me to be in a happy mindset like these videos. So when I do feel crap and I don't want to do anything, do you know what I do? I go and lie on my bed and I do nothing. I make sure that I give my body what it wants. And if it wants me to sit down and do nothing, well, I am going to do nothing. Just for that short time. In my plan for the year, I have days where I bulk film some content and bulk type things that I want to talk about. So, it's actually the 15th of December at the moment. Today is the 15th of December. I know it's not really, it's the 23rd of January. But on the 15th of December, early December, I wrote down on my content strategy. I wrote down here that on the 15th of December, I will be creating the content for the 23rd of January. And here we are, all pre-recorded, all written, all done. So I haven't actually done this today, hence why there is a Christmas tree in the background if you're watching it on YouTube. It's because I have bulk filmed. I knew that I needed to talk about my mindset today. And here we are talking about mindset. But so sometimes it's okay to take the time out and relax. And if it's in your content strategy, then you're absolutely sorted to take the time to relax a bit. So if you knew that your bluey is every day at 5 o'clock in the evening or afternoon, then you can schedule something in that you don't need to be on point or sharp at. So you can do something else at that particular time. If you know that you need to be sharp and on point and ready and infused and, ready to rock and roll, if you've got something to do when you're like that, then make sure it's at a time that you know that that's the mindset that you'll be in. That could be 10 o'clock in the morning. So then you know that you need to do all your bulk filming at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Because then in the afternoon, you're going to start to slip and go into your bluey. So try and think about, so when you're planning your content, like with me, I plan my content to start. I take the kids to school. If I'm doing a day of filming, I make sure that day I don't get into any arguments with the children, that I make sure that I just let them have the breakfast that they want. I let them do what they want to do, play with in the morning. As long as it's tidied up before we go on the school run, I let them have a little play. I, get their juice. They have their breakfast. Everything's nice, because I want to be in a positive mindset for when I start to film. And if I start to over-parent or over-dominate a situation with my children, there will be a little bit of conflict. We'll be late. We'll have to run, get into the car. There won't be a space by the school. It will just be chaos. And everything will just be a bit of a nightmare. So I make sure that when I'm going to do a filming day, I make sure that I create a plan to make sure the morning goes well, so that when it comes to filming, I can just sit down and go, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the VCR podcast with me, Mike Trower. And I feel happy, and I feel I'm at a point where I can create that. I've made sure that I am in the right mindset, and also I use an anchor as well to make sure that I am in, I use an olfactory anchor to make sure that I'm in the right mindset as well when I go to record the videos. And I know what day I'm going to be filming, so I know what day to make sure the school run goes well. And I make sure that everything is right for me. And this is all a plan. This is all just a big plan, which works. So, mindset. If you're in a negative mindset, not so much negative, but just not positive, you won't feel comfortable about creating content for your business. And if in your content strategy you've got a certain day, which is, I need to create content for this particular day because I've got to then edit it for it to go out on that day. If you're not in the right mindset and you don't film, things will be delayed, and then you won't do it at all. And then the next month you'll be like, well, I didn't do it last month, I'm not going to do it this month. And your whole content strategy is blown out the water. So you've got to think about these days. If you're having me help you with your content strategy, then it's one of the things that we will go over to make sure that you have the right day of the week where you feel the most positive to bulk film your content. And that will be the specific day once a week or once a month, where you will create the right content for your business while you are at your most happiest and most productive, and most confident. This is where we feel the most energetic, the most ready to do what we've got to do. Sometimes it's okay to give yourself what your body needs. And if that is to relax and chill, or sit on the sofa and snore like my dog is at the moment, if that's what's on the plate, then that's what's going to be served. So make sure that you know when you're in a positive mindset. Try and think about what day of the week that might be. If it's a different time of day, then try and think of that different time of day. But really try and plan to get this content filmed and created in a positive way on a positive day. So that's it for today. It's a bit of a different one, but those are my blueies. Think about your blueies. Think about your blueies. Think about when they come, how often, how long they last for as well, so you can make sure that your creative content is done around them. If you've enjoyed this podcast, then you can go and watch the video version on YouTube as well, and watch all of the other podcasts that are there. Please hit the links in the show notes about my content strategy day, and I can help you with your strategy. If you've enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, and if you're on YouTube, hit the bell notification as well. And I will see you in the next one tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.